Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Buffett. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2. Oh god, I almost said it again. I almost said Daily Masters. But anyway, it is going to be a tournament. It is the Harry Bash semi-finals. Game number 2 in the semi-finals between Sage and Petraeus. So, Zerg player. I think actually Sage was yellow last time, but Petraeus is yellow this time, and is going for a pull into hatch build by the looks of it. But he is Petraeus, he is from Root Gaming, and he got owned last game. Not completely owned, but Sage did kind of just roll over him with a whole bunch of stalkers, and that was pretty epic. So yes, definitely go back and watch that game again because it's awesome. So down at the bottom right side of the map, it is of course going to be Sage, who we were just talking about 5 seconds ago. And where's my thingamy-bob? There we go, that's beautiful. So yes, Mr. Sage definitely taking it out last game, going for a ton of stalkers, an absolute ton of stalkers. And what he actually did was he upgraded their weapons first. So by the end of the game, it was like a 20-minute game, he ended up with level 3 weapons, and they were so effective against the Roach Hydra play that Petraeus was trying to use. They were just blowing everything apart, and Petraeus, man, he did a pretty good job. But the Phoenix Harass at the start of the game really kept him on his toes, and yeah, eventually the Stalkers with a bunch of Colossus. He took care of the Colossus pretty fine. Had a lot of Viper play in there, which took care of the Colossus pretty easily, but yeah, those Stalkers, man, he just could not handle the Stalkers. Just could not handle them. So anyway, moving on, and it's going to be confusing as all hell because Petraeus was blue last time, and now Sage is blue, and I keep looking and I'm thinking, oh, there's 400 minerals, he must be doing a hatchery, and it's just like, whatever. We're probably going to be seeing a hatchery going down, actually. Petraeus going for a fast third. Would not be surprised. Oh no, of course he's got to build double queens, doesn't he? That will be taking up a lot of minerals, but yeah, I still wouldn't be surprised to be seeing a fast third. Unfortunately, he can't go for this one because, yeah, it's not a good position. You'd have to go for a third here or here, neither of which are a very good spot. You'd love to go for a third here instead. And Sage actually hiding a little probe over there, so that's pretty crazy. But queen coming on down, another queen popping that up, another queen over here. So just queens everywhere. Where's the queen for this thing? I suppose when it gets built, it'll overcharge that. It'll spawn lava or whatever it is. Gateway's going down. Petraeus going for another early scout. And the probe is just sort of moved out like it was intending to do something, but did it in the end. And yes, going to be fully blocking off. I don't think there's a gap here, so yeah, I think that's fully blocked off now. Triple gateway early in the game. On top of this, is he really going for a 4-gate? It looks like it might be, because I mean, if he wasn't going for a 4-gate, he could have blocked one of them off with like a forge or something that he could actually use early game. But no, it's definitely all gateways, so I gotta think he's thinking about a 4-gate or something like that. Sentry coming out, going to be able to scare these guys away. I don't know how I can shoot through buildings, but I suppose that's not a topic that we'll be talking about much today, because we've got other things that we should really be covering in this game. So anyway, what is going to happen if Sage does go for a 4-gate? Petraeus got a couple of spine crawlers. That's good. That's exactly what he needs to get. And my guess would be roaches against Sage would be a pretty good idea. I know he probably doesn't want to get roaches at this point, but he probably wants to go for like Mutaling or something, because roaches really didn't work all that well last game. But against a 4-gate, roaches are just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, going for the lings, I mean, all Sage has to do is send over a ton of zealots and you are screwed. But he's going to be able to scout the 4-gate coming in, and it's all zealot play. There's like 11 zealots over there, and Petraeus is in trouble because all he's got is lings, and lings are not good against zealots at all. They suck quite badly. So I think he's really going to be screwed here. Sage wants to end it nice and quickly. We do have a time warp slowing down the lings coming in. These 3 zealots taking care of the reinforcements. The rest of the zealots going nuts. The queens are doing a lot of damage, actually. The queens are really doing a lot of damage. And together with the spine crawlers, managed to do a ton of stuff there. Just really push those zealots away. And Sage is just going to be like, wow, I didn't see that coming. But a Queen's hiding behind the Spore Crawlers. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It didn't actually get too many kills. 1 kill there, 2 kills there. But you got to remember they're killing Zealots, and Zealots are very, very beefy. So I just do not know. I mean, Sage, you can possibly go around, hit the backside rocks, but I mean, Petraeus will spot that, and then he'll send the Queens on the high ground to do some damage. So yeah, I really don't know what can possibly happen here. I feel like Sage has just got to think of something else right here. And yeah, he's whopping in buildings, whopping in units back at his main base. So he's not really going for the thing anymore. The Ling's actually trying to make this happen. I don't feel like this is a good idea from Petraeus. He's going to lose all those Lings and he won't take out the farm. Although actually just managing to get all of the Zealots. So yeah, I don't know. I thought he was going to lose all those Lings, especially with the Mothership Core there. But in the end, made it happen. And a Queen out in the middle of nowhere, just taking a few pot shots at the Mothership Core. We got a Warp Prism coming in as well. 4 sentries, almost certainly going to be landing, blocking the ramp, and then maybe killing the Queen or something like that. See how it goes. There is an Overlord down there, so yes, Petraeus is going to see that. And there we go. There's the force field down on the bottom side. And there goes the Queen. So Petraeus in a bit of trouble there, but at the same time, he's going nuts on this base. 1 gateway going down. Sage having to warp in a bunch more units. I think he can probably hold this off with warping units. These guys coming down. Force field no longer on there. It looks like they had to put a force field down for some other reason, but trying to defend themselves here as best they can. A couple of Zealots outside are going to end up going down, and the League's trying to find a way in. I don't know, there doesn't seem to be any more sentries, so that is going to go completely down. Looks like the Lingers have somehow burst their way through, but there aren't many of them left, and they all get suckered in by this one Zealot. So yeah, both players going for a bit of harassment, and both players not doing a great deal of damage. Sage has still got a healthy number of workers, though, very, very healthy. And Petraeus has chosen to go for the Swarm Host, so we'll see exactly how that works. But so far, Sage is doing pretty good, holding on with his 2 base play, and Petraeus is sort of pushing out, going for the 3rd base. And here we go, the gateway is going to go down. I don't know if it got cancelled or if it just got destroyed, but regardless, doing pretty good. I think there is actually a gap, he can maybe get through there. I don't know, I think that's blocked off, so unfortunate, very unfortunate. But 7 gates coming down for Sage, building a ton of gate pressure, and I think he went for an Archon, is going for an Immortal, so he's obviously feeling like Petraeus is not going to let him get a 3rd base, so he's just going to go for a ton of everything and try and finish it off with some 2 base play. Very, very nice crap thrown on the robotics facility. I don't actually know what that spell is called. Yeah, it's not showing it at all. Contaminate, that's what it is. So it's a bit better than just calling it crap, I guess. So yeah, so Petraeus is doing pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out for Sage, though. Sage is going to be putting out a lot of pressure very, very soon. He's got so many gates. It's just absolutely phenomenal. He's got 9. He's got another one coming out. And that's going to be a lot of stuff. He's got a pylon coming on over there. And he can maybe do some jumps up into the main base. What is this? Double Archon drop into the main base of Petraeus. Bunch of Lings coming around. And Sage is just like, you know what? I don't think that's going to work. So he's going to pull out. Observer in here as well. And a bunch more forces coming out. There is going to be an Immortal. Just 1 Immortal, I think. Yes, just 1 Immortal. But he's got some High Templar. No Storm though, so it's just going to be for Archons, but Archons are going to be pretty insane right here. And we've only got 2 Swarm Hosts, but we do have 5 Infestors. So some nice Fungals could be pretty good. I don't know what the hell that Infestor was doing, but it actually got a nice Fungal off, so at least it didn't screw up and go to the wrong place in absolute vain. So some nice Fungals going down. Warping in a bunch more Zealots. Speed is on the way. When Speed finishes off, that is going to be insane, but all the energy for Fungals is sort of finished off. Fungals, of course, not very effective on the Archons because they got so much health. And the Archons are just going absolutely nuts. Queen's trying to hold them off, doing an okay-ish job, but the Immortal doing so much damage. The Queen has got 7 kills and has been in combat for a very, very short amount of time. And the Archons really just pushing their way in, just completely dominating Petraeus, and Sage could go to a 2-0 lead to move into the grand finals right here. And Petraeus, not sure what he can really do about it. Ultras coming out. That is something that he can do about it. I did not see the Ultras coming out, but there they are. And Sage gives the GG, man. He threw everything he had at Petraeus, and at the very end, he came up short. So, damn. He knew he wasn't getting anywhere, man. He didn't have a third base. It was 2 base all-in, basically. And he had a lot for his all-in, but in the end, Petraeus just held it off. And as soon as he saw those Ultras, he's just like, screw this, I'm out of here. So, definitely taking a game down there. And it is now 1-1 in this best of 3 series. So we will be moving on to an ace match. And I wonder if Petraeus can keep the momentum going, or if Sage will turn it around again and take it on to a victory. So check out game 3. That's when we're going to find out tomorrow exactly what happens in this semi-finals. So thank you very much for watching this game. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll be checking out the next one. And yeah, we're going to be seeing Pig versus Blisk after that. Another insane PvZ. So anyway, I'll see you guys then. This has been Harry Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.